team, I'm Megan. Let's do a standing Pilates workout with the 55Fitness bag. Great piece of kit that we can use for all different types of exercises, including Pilates. So, because it's Pilates, we're starting with soft knees. We're pulling in the lower abs, lifting up the pelvic floor, bringing the shoulders down away from the ears. We've got the bag in a bicep hug. We're hugging it into our elbows, using the biceps to hug on in. From here, we're raising up one heel to stretch through the toes and the bottom of the foot. Lower on down, other heel. Come on up, stretch. Come on down. Any knee or hip injuries continue like that. Raising one heel to stretch the foot and the toes. Or go into a swapsie. You're swapping each heel mid-air. Keep the seatbelts in, and we're keeping the hips and legs in straight alignment. So it's a lift and a swap. The heels swap in mid-air. Try not to get too groovy. This would be kind of groovy if we were out of alignment. It would look like that. Maybe something like that. That's a little bit too groovy for Pilates. Pilates, we want abs in and straight, clean lines through the body as we work. You've got it. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Now we're going into our squats. A small bend of the knees. Come on up. So sideways it looks like this. Parallel squats. We're starting small. As you work and get warmed up through the hips and the knees, you could start to go a little bit deeper, but we're keeping that long, strong spine. We don't let the spine curl. There we go for 4, 3, 2. You've got it. And 1. Come on up. Abs in, and now we're tilting to the side and up. It's a little waist bend from the waist. The head, the shoulders, the bag, they all follow the hips as the ribs tighten on one side and then tighten on the other side. You've got it. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're making a table out of our hands and our elbows and our forearms. There's our table for the bag. Can you see me over the bag? There we go. Knees are soft. We breathe in. Breathe out, and we take the ribs, the table, and the bag to the corner. We breathe in to come back. Breathing out, breathing in. We keep the hips steady. We're hinging from the waist, really pulling in those lower abs and the pelvic floor muscles. We're doing a small warm-up for the spine in every direction that the spine goes, and we're doing it very carefully. Small movements to start with. Last one on that side. Last one on that side, and then we're coming into Pilates stance. Our heels touch, the legs squeeze together, squeeze the glutes. We lower the shoulders on down. Keep squeezing those glutes like crazy. And we're finding the top handle of our bag, shoulders on down. Pilates upright rows, we bend at the elbows to row the bag up, we bend at the knees. Then we squeeze the glutes and we squeeze the abs when we're straight. So it looks like this. Breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. We're keeping the head over the rib cage, over the hips the whole time. Strengthening the shoulders, the glutes, because we squeeze the glutes really strong. Every time we come back up, we squeeze. Keep on going. I'm going to show you this sideways. It looks like this. We're strengthening our spine and our upper back. So squeeze the glutes every time you come back up. We breathe out, breathe in. Keep on going, and I'll show you what it doesn't look like. It doesn't look like this. curl. Strong upper body. We row. Squeeze the glutes. You got it. Last 4. 3. Good. Think posture. 2. Last 1. And then we're lengthening back, finding that posture, taking ourselves into a wide Pilates stance. Knees and feet are wide, maybe even wider than the back if you're taller than I am. From here, we're hinging at the knees, and we're bringing the bag up, back into that biceps hug. Here it is, hugging it in. Here we go. Knees are pressing out, strengthening our glutes and our inner thighs. Knees tracking over the middle toes. Little pulses here while we hug. Pulse. 8 more. That's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Keep squeezing those glutes. That will keep the knees turned out. We're making the table again for the back. Here we go with our spinal twist here. We're breathing in. We're breathing out for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. Breathing out. 1. Breathing in. We breathe out. 1. Come on in. Breathing out. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Small spinal twists. Very much controlled through the waist. 2, 1. Last one. Here it is. Holding it here for a moment. Back into that hug. Raising a heel and lowering. Raise the other heel and lower. Keep smiling. Hopefully those inner thighs are super warm, super strong. That's what we like. Good. Last 4. Check your posture. 3, 2, and 1. Come back into your Pilates stance. Squeeze the legs together. Squeeze the glutes. Check our nice, lovely, long spine. Shoulders away from the ears. We're taking the face over to the right. Chin slowly around the front. We're squeezing the glutes and the lower abs quite strongly while we do this. Last set. 1 on the right. 1 on the left. And then we're coming around to the front. And now we're bringing the bag up. It's going to come behind us. So I'm going to hold the sides of the bags, and I've brought it long ways behind me here. We're going to do our tricep dips. Squeeze the glutes, and we're raising the bag up overhead. Bend at the elbows, it comes behind. We breathe out to lift, in to lower. So sideways, we're keeping the body strong and still. There's our dip. We dip the bag down our back, and then we lift up. The whole time, squeezing the body so that we're not rocking around. We're not letting the weight of the bag drag us forward or backwards. We're not using momentum. We're using sheer strength in the triceps, strength in the glutes and the legs. There's 4, 3, 2, 1. You're amazing. Come on down. We're bringing the bag around to the front into that hug, bicep hug. Feet and knees come parallel. And then we're stepping 1 foot straight back behind us. Keeping the feet and knees parallel. Bending the front knee. Now we're in a calf stretch and a balanced position. We're going to hold it here for a moment, stretching the calf. And then we're raising the back heel 5 times. Here we go. Breathing out to lift, in to lower. Breathing out, breathing in. That's 3, 2, and 1. Come on forward. From here, we're bringing this back toe in next to the front foot, and then we're bringing the table up. The table is our knee, our thigh here. We've just made a table, holding it here, abs in, check our balance. Ultimate challenge would be to balance the bag on your quads, on your thigh. Super strong. If you're wobbling a little bit like I am, that's fine. That helps us balance. How about reaching and holding? Point the toes. Wonderful stuff. Woo. Catch your bag. And we'll swap legs. This foot comes down. The other foot reaches for the back. Heel to the floor. Bending the front knee. Abs in. Check our strength. Here we go. Back heel comes up 5 times. Breathe out as we raise the back heel. In as we lower. Breathing out. Breathing in. Keep pulling in the abs. There's 2. There's 1. Keep that calf stretch in your balance. Check your posture. Strong upper back and spine. We look like this. We don't look like this. We're not curled anywhere. And we're not leaning forward. That is an exercise. It's a different exercise. This one we want up. Really strengthening the back and the spine. From here, we're bringing that back foot in next to the other foot. Here we go. The toe comes in. Could be here if you need it to be low. Otherwise, raising the knee up. We've made a table out of a thigh. We're ready to bring the bag to the thigh and see how we go. Maybe support the bag if you prefer. Maybe letting go of the bag. Seeing. Whew. Keep on balancing. Comedy moment here if it falls off my table there. Reaching the arms forward. Maybe up. Wow. That takes strength in the hips and the quads. Here we go. This foot is going to come on down. We're going to bend both knees. Come on down with a flat back. And then we push ourselves back up. We're coming back to the front. Into a parallel position. Into our squats. Deeper this time. We're squatting down and up. Abs in. Check your posture. Here it is. Long spine. As we work. We don't want to curl anywhere. Keep that long, flat back. Abs in. Flat tummies. You've got it. That's 4. 3. 2. And 1. Come on up. And we're going to work on our roll downs here. Soften the knees. Abs in. We tuck the chin. We breathe in. Breathe out. And we're curling down. We're rolling the bag down to the mat, leaving it there for a moment. Seatbelts on. And then we're pulling our lower spine, middle spine, upper spine, shoulders, and the chin. Standing up with beautiful posture. Here we go. We'll get the bag this time. We breathe in. Breathe out. Tuck the chin. Curl from the upper spine, middle spine, lower spine. The knees soften. We find the bag. And then we breathe in. Breathe out. Tuck the chin. We curl on up. All the way up. Here it is. Another one like that. Breathing in. Breathing out. We bring the bag past our face. Tuck the chin. Soften the knees. Belly button in as we curl on down, leaving the bag. Breathe in. Breathe out. Tuck the chin. Come on up. Curl on up. Check posture. One more like that. Breathing in. Breathing out. Tuck chin. Soften the knees. Curl on down to find the bag. Breathe in. Breathe out. Tuck the chin. Abs in. Curl on up. Wonderfully long, strong spine. Strong shoulders and hips. We're here. Come on down. Breathe in. Breathe out. The bag passes our face. Tuck the chin. Abs in. Curl on down. We'll leave the bag on the mat. Our hands will find the top of the bag. And we'll lengthen both legs for a stretch here. Now, if your hips are back a little bit, the stretch will go a little more deeply if you bring your hips over your feet, over your ankles. You've got the bag for support. Hold it there for a moment. If it's a little too easy, you'd like more of a challenge, bring the feet and the knees and the thighs together and then find your stretch here. Again, notice if you're back a little bit, bring the hips over the ankles. Pull in the abs, lengthen the spine. There you go. If you'd like a little more, soften the elbows and let the head relax forward. Holding it here for a moment. From here, we're going to come on up. Walk the feet out. They're about hip distance apart. And then we're bending one knee, then the other one. We're letting the weight of the head relax forward. Letting the ribs come near the thighs. Great hip and hamstring stretch. There we go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're softening the knees, belly button in, curling all the way up. Chin up, shoulders up, back and down. Coming back into Pilates stance. Heels touch, feet make a little letter V. We squeeze the legs together, squeeze the glutes, check our shoulders. From here, we'll go into our delt stretch. The right arm reaches out to the side. If it's relaxed, lengthen the arm. Get a lot of zing into that arm as you're reaching. Then we breathe in. Breathe out. We bring the arm across the body. The other arm comes in. And we're guiding the right arm in. Shoulder down, away from the ear. Holding it there for a moment. Your thumb is up to the ceiling over here. Your right thumb, we're going to rotate it down. Keep on stretching there. Squeeze the glutes. You can pull in the belly button and add a little bit of a sway above the waist. Might feel nice in the ribs and the obliques. Last one, and then this right elbow leads the way up. All the way up, and then up and over for our side stretch here. Squeeze the legs together, squeeze the glutes. It's the upper body reaching and stretching. The lower body is a really strong base. We can rotate so that the chin and the nose are looking down that left arm. Breathing. And we're going to come on up. And this right elbow bends behind us. We're into our tricep stretch. Opening up the shoulder and the ribs here. Lifting the face and the chest. Once you've got that, you're ready to add the left hand to the triceps. Or maybe the elbow, and come on up. Keep the chest open. Keep squeezing the glutes, lifting the face and the heart. If you find yourself hunching, maybe you need to work on this position or this position, opening up the heart and the face. Holding it there for a moment, squeeze the glutes, add a little bit of a sway here. Lovely small swaying movement for the spine. And 1, and we open on out. Other side, check our posture, here we go. Left arm out. If it's relaxed, put some zing into that arm. Reach the fingertips. Feel the arm waking up. Plenty of stretch there. From here, we breathe in. Breathe out, bring the left arm across the body. The right arm guides it in. If this shoulder crept up to the ear, bring it on down. You've got it. Check your left thumb, it's up. Ready to rotate down. Arm rotates slightly. Add a little more stretch. Even now, I'm squeezing my glutes, squeezing the thighs together. The lower body is activated. I'm actively pulling pelvic floor muscles up and the lower abs in. We've got it here. From here, the left elbow leads the way up, all the way up, and then we stretch up and over. If you find yourself coming out of alignment or drooping anywhere, you know what to do. Squeeze the legs, squeeze the glutes, and lift and stretch. Stretching from a lifted position will help open up the rib cage, and it'll lift this bottom rib away from the hip bone. Great for the spine as well. From here, we'll come on up into our tricep stretch. The hand finds the upper back. Find your posture first, lifting the heart up, lengthening the spine. Squeeze the glutes. We're still squeezing. From here, the right hand could support the triceps. Could stay there. Or how about finding the elbow and going a little deeper into the stretch, as long as you're not compromising it. If you're curling anywhere, squeeze and lift. We don't want to compromise that stretch. the moment. Taking our hands together in front of us, they come together and we're squeezing the glutes, rounding the upper back. So from the side, it looks like this. Not a massive looking stretch, but it might feel really nice. Squeezing the glutes, but you're letting the shoulder blades open away from each other behind us. From here, we breathe in, breathe out, keep the shoulders down, and we're bringing the arms up overhead. Just to about there. You can still see your fingertips if you look up. If they're too far back, sometimes that can compromise the shoulders. It depends on your shoulders. I'd rather have a squeezing glutes here and a nice lift with the shoulders away from the ears than a soft one where it's collapsing a little bit, but we're back. So find your strong spine, strong glutes, holding it here. Then we release the arms and now we're reaching up a little bit higher to the sky with the face and the heart. Reaching. So sideways, we're here. Up, up, up. And then we'll float the arms on down. We'll bring the knees and feet back into parallel. Parallel position for the knees and feet. We're hinging at the hips, the waist, the knees. We come on down, hands on the thighs. Nice flat back. Then we tuck the chin in and roll up. Check posture before we do 2 more. Bending down with a flat back. Curling up. Last one. Curl on up. All the way up. You're amazing. Have a kickstand. Big toe behind, here, checking posture. Or go for your full quad stretch. Float the toes up, squeeze the glute, press the hip forward, or maybe one hand or both hands. Find the foot and you're stretching your quads here. Also working on our balance. We'll come on down and we'll go to the other side. Could have a kickstand. Knees are together. Big toe on the mat, checking balance. Float the big toe up. Squeeze the back glute, press the hip forward. There's a stretch, or add to it. Here's your quad stretch. Sideways, it looks like this. Squeezing the glute, pressing the hip forward. The knees are in line with each other. You're doing really well. Then we'll release that foot. Come on down to your kickstand and in. Knees and feet together. We're bending at the knees. A few little circles here. And the other way. Then knees and feet walking out back into our parallel position. We come on down. Hands find the floor. Relax. Lengthen the legs. Soften the knees a few times there. Lovely for the hips and hamstrings. Keep going. Sideways, it looks like this. If you'd rather have your hands on your back, go for it. But it'll be slightly deeper if you're now reaching the floor. Last 2. Last one. Here's our last roll up. Soften the knees, abs in, and we're rolling the spine all the way up. Shoulders up, back, and down. Coming into Pilates stance. Hands on the hips. Up and over. Hips up and over. I hope you feel like you've lengthened and strengthened the spine, as well as really working the shoulders, the arms, the hips, and our balance. Great work today in Pilates with the 55Fitness bag. Hope you feel good. This next one we will hold, reach, and then reach the arm across. Come on in. Other side, up and over and hold. At the bottom arm, reaching across. Come on in, hands on the hips, bending at the knees, back into parallel, and then shake it all out. Great work, well done you, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a clap. Lovely stuff.